First thing to remember about public speaking is that everyone gets nervous. The greatest speakers and actors had stage fright. Laurence Olivier, Stephen Fry has terrible stage fright. So you're not alone. If you're nervous before a big speech or presentation, always remember that you're not alone in this. And in fact, anyone who tells you that they're not nervous before they go and make a public speech is either a liar or they're not very good at public speaking. Because it is those nerves that drive you forward. That is your fight or flight instinct kicking in, and it will push you forward. It'll make you a more interesting person to listen to. If you're bored and complacent, no one's going to listen to you. It's why people get more nervous speaking in front of their family and friends than they do speaking in front of a corporate audience, because they care about them. You've got to care about your audience and care about what you're talking about. And of course, it goes back to good writing as well. If you want to speak with confidence, then you need to never, ever, ever speak for more than about 15 minutes. If someone asks you to speak for 10 minutes, speak for 9 minutes. In terms of practical tips, when you're asked to make a speech, I say there's generally 5 things I would say. There's a lot more than this, but these are 5 tips I always use. And first of all is, as I've alluded to before, keep to your time, never overrun. If you've been asked to speak for 10 minutes, speak for 9 minutes. There has been research that's shown that 20 minutes is the absolute optimum attention you're going to grab from anyone. So stick to your time. Always, number 2, always tell a story. Have a beginning, a middle, and an end. That leaves them wanting more. Be amusing. Be funny. But whatever you do, don't try set-piece gags or lengthy anecdotes that will leave the audience feeling numb. So it's fine to be amusing and engage people, but don't try and tell them a gag or worse, some long anecdote. There are a number of techniques and tips that people use to make good speeches. Go onto the internet, see how Churchill made his speeches, or Martin Luther King, or the greats, JFK's, the great speech makers. See what they do. What tips can they impart to you? Things like using pause for effect, that kind of thing. So everything that comes in threes is perfect, as the Romans said. Veni, vidi, vici. Liberty, equality, fraternity, life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness. These stick in the mind, so try to think of ways to put your ideas into threes. These are just little tips. So the final thing is speak slowly. He says speaking very quickly. But if you're on stage, take your time, speak slowly. Nervous people gabble. Confident and assured speakers speak slowly, and actually will help with your nerves as well. On top of all of that, when you've been asked to make a speech and you're very nervous, I find, go and do the recce of the room if you can beforehand. With nobody in it, go and get used to standing on the stage, looking out over everybody. It will just relax you and mean that when you go up there, it's not for the first time, and you'll be at ease with your surroundings.